The more you drive it back and forth, the more maintenance it's going to require. Yes, it does come as an inconvenience, but we're not going to go there. But what happens if you don't do proper maintenance on an aircraft?
Phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn a thirst and desire. You transform out of pit of flesh. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn a thirst and
Hey y'all, hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. I'm Sasha. Welcome back to my channel if you are new. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back my loyal royals. So good to see you. If you are new to the fam, welcome to the family, my new loyal royals. So good to finally meet you. Welcome back y'all to another Aviation Monday. And in today's Aviation Monday, we're going to get some aviation facts. Now, as a quick little heads up, since October is coming up and October is Spooktober, I took a poll on my Twitter as well as on the community tab, and thanks to the few that did vote. But for the entire month of October, for our Aviation Monday series, we're going to do Spooktober facts, which means that we're going to do the dark side of aviation history all throughout the entire month of October. This will include dark facts as well as aviation mysteries involving incidents and accidents, as well as disappearances. So as far as our aviation series for October, please definitely look forward to that, and I do hope you all enjoy. Now, with this one, let's go ahead and get into these really interesting facts. Please make sure you watch all the way through, as I find these extremely interesting, and I hope you do too. Especially down to the third fact, at least. But here we go. To start this list off, did you know each engine on a Boeing 747 weighs almost 9,500 pounds? That is one heavy piece of machinery. The 747 itself is a huge jumbo jet anyway. And looking at it, you can tell it's got some weight to it. But who would have thought that each engine weighs almost 10,000 pounds? That's a lot. But then again, have you ever actually stood next to a 747 engine? They're quite interesting to see. But yeah, the engines weigh close to 10,000 pounds each. How's that for weightlifting? I know that was lame, but yeah, the 747 engine weighs about 9,500 pounds each. The average age of a commercial aircraft is 20 years or 51,000 flight hours. So the average age of a plane that carries passengers is about 20 years. Now, some airplanes are used a little bit longer for a lifespan, and others' lifespans may be cut a little short, but the average is 20 years. Now, keep in mind, this is something that people always ask me, well, why are airplanes always breaking down? Why do they need so much maintenance? Bro, y'all can't be serious. An airplane that flies 20 years, if the airplane is constantly in the air, it's gonna need more maintenance. What do you think? It's the same as if you drive your car back and forth across state line every single day, every single minute. The more you drive it back and forth, the more maintenance it's going to require. Yes, it does come as an inconvenience, but we're not going to go there. But what happens if you don't do proper maintenance on an aircraft? We've already done that, and we'll do more of that next month. Anyway, but yeah, traditionally, 20 years or 51,000 flight hours is about the average for an airplane's lifespan for a passenger plane. And then, of course, once the passenger portion of it is complete, if it's got some life in it, most of the time it's taken, gutted out completely, and turned into a cargo jet, and then used for alternate service. But yeah, the average lifespan of a passenger plane is 20 years. Again, some do fly longer, but it all depends. This one I find so cool. I actually had no idea. So, did you know The world's most frequent flyer has logged 23,000 miles. And this honor belongs to Tom Stuker. He has logged all of these miles with United. And people say a person can't be loyal to one airline. That's the true definition of true loyalty right there. But to have logged all those miles, that is incredible. Very incredible. And from what I read, the reason he got that was due to purchasing, I don't think it exists anymore, but a lifetime flying pass on United, like back in his younger days. I believe, according to the article, he's either 59 or 60 years old now. And buying that lifetime pass allowed him to rack up those miles. Imagine that, racking up that many miles and getting recognition. And I believe at one point United did honor him by placing his name on the side of one of their aircraft. Now that is definitely really cool. So yeah, he racked up 23 million miles. That's like being able to have free flights for life. That's just awesome. Congratulations, Mr. Stuker. So this next one has to do with why we always, well, not we, because I'm not in the air, but why the crew always says to make sure you put your phone in airplane mode once the L1 cabin door has closed. Here's why. Airplane mode protects against radio interference. I know people act like it's not that big of a deal that their phone is or isn't in airplane mode, but when it comes to the flight deck instruments and the possibility of radio interference, that can cause a pretty bad consequence if there's too much interference. And that's the last thing I promise you that you were going to want. But yeah, just follow the rules, please. Just turn the phone in airplane mode. It's that simple. Go into them settings and just hit airplane mode. It doesn't take longer than just a split second to do it. Seriously, just do it. It helps to prevent radio interference when it comes down to flight deck controls. And this last one, I like this one. I hope you like this one too. I'll actually put the chart on the screen as well in a second. But this one, if you work in the aviation industry at all, then you'll know exactly how to use this particular alphabet. So get this. There is an aviation alphabet to help avoid misinterpretation of messages and increase aviation safety. And here's that chart. If you look at the letters, each letter goes according to just a word. And the easiest way to remember is just go down the line. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, so on, so on, so on, so on, so forth. Using these letters makes it so much easier, especially when it comes to the city code differentiation. So if you ever listen to your pilots when they're talking about different city codes, so for an example, my airport is Baltimore, Washington, BWI. So that would be Bravo Whiskey Igloo. So if you ever hear them talking about it and they spell it out that way, that's the easiest way to differentiate instead of just saying BWI. Because even though BWI stands for Baltimore, Washington International, it could mean something else completely abbreviated in a whole different term. So it's better just to go ahead and spell it out using the aviation lingo for the alphabet. But if you've never got a chance, just take a look at it. Take a look at the chart and then try and make up some things for yourself. I promise you too, it makes it much easier when you need to spell something out, especially if you're like me and you have a strong lisp. It makes it easier so people can actually understand what you're saying when you spell certain words, especially with the confusion of, they say, I don't know, B and D. Some people may think B, boy, D, dog, but depending on your lisp or accent, it may sound like the same thing. So instead, I just usually say B as in Bravo, D as in Delta, or something along the lines of that. Or just spell it out using the aviation alphabet. But yeah, so that's our 5 facts for today's aviation video. I hope that you liked them. If you did, please do let me know in the comments below. Which one is your favorite? For me, it's definitely going to be a draw between Mr. Stuker, who has his 23,000 miles racked up, and knowing the aviation alphabet. So I like those two out of the 5 so far. But let me know in the comments down below, which one do you like the best? Do you know any other aviation facts? Please do let me know. I would highly appreciate it, as I love learning something new about aviation. Because you know your girl's been into aviation since she was in her early 20s. But we ain't gonna go there about my age, okay? So if you are interested in aviation and travel, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Please follow me over on Twitter at DragonPink07. And with all that said, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!